Any Kine live.
Hi guys.
And the Any Kine call is real. Getting kind of Any Kine.
What kind of work is this, you two?
Of Any Kine live.
Look at the chain is out, gigantic, and he wants to land the same.
Welcome back to another Any Kine Live with the Championship Tour on their way over to Australia. Competition is going to begin again. We're going to dig into it, of course, as always, with Peter Mel. Let's get right into it.
But okay, we're talking about competition, Pete. And we're going to get competition underway again on the Championship Tour. It's going to have a different face to it. It's going to start April 1st in Australia with the Rip Curl Newcastle Cup. Here's the new tour, and it's Australian weighted, but hey, Australia supports surfing a lot. So we got 2 events in New South Wales and 2 events in Western Australia. Let's talk through each of these events. Let's talk about, first of all, the first stop is going to be in Newcastle. What are your thoughts?
The Novocastrian. So this event has actually Surf Fest, right, which is the name of the event that they've had for many, many years. And it's happened in Newcastle, it's happened in Merriweather, but it's one event that has been part of the Novocastrians, and Newcastle for a very long time. And now it's finally become a championship tour event. It's graduated, and I think in this era of COVID era and understanding that we need competitions to go so we can have a tour, I like this call. I like Merriweather. I like if you think back to last year in February when they had the QS event, it was awesome surf. It was so fun to watch. And so I like this event. Yes, it's not the highest wave quality, but it's a town that embraces professional surfing and it's the home of Mark Richards of all things. Come on, dude. And you think about and Matt Hoy and it's just nonstop of who comes out of that area that has been a big part of the surf history. So I like this event's there. And I think it's a wave that as long as there's some surf, it's going to be quality enough to be entertaining and it's going to showcase some of the best. I think we'll have a challenging new look at who could be in the title race. We're going to go from Pipeline to Newcastle, and that's a whole different beast.
Yeah, we are. And so I think the favor is going to go to some of the hometown boys over there. Ryan Calnan and Julian Wilson now resides in that town. So
there's these images, right?
Those are going to kind of be the guys. Yeah.
This place gets good. Merriweather Point is awesome. That wave is good.
So we're looking forward to that. The next stop is also going to be in a city beach in New South Wales, and that is going to be the Rip Curl Narrabeen Classic. Now, this is a classic wave with a legendary Australian crew that has been spawned out of that area. We can look at Simon Anderson, Damien Hardman, Hedgehog, Nathan Hedge, Laura Enever, Narrabeen. What are your thoughts on that second stop?
So again, we're going back to a place that is rich in surf history, right? Similar to, say, a Huntington Beach for California, right? This is a region of near Sydney, just on the outskirts, has high quality beach break surf. Narrabeen itself as a beach break is a really good wave when it's on. You've got this really nice, short, punchy little right-hander, and you've got this great long left-hander. If you talk to any goofy footer on tour, they want more lefts on tour, right? You're a goofy footer. You want more lefts on tour.
Yeah, it's going to change. It's going to change the aspect of the championship tour. And I'm guarantee it's going to change the ratings when we get through there, because we're going to offer goofy footers a stop that they're going to have a distinct advantage in.
I would agree. And I think that we're just getting into the fall season. It's the time of year that we need to be going to Australia because they're just getting into the fall, right? Which is the wave season. The conditions are good. So I like, again, we're in an era where we need to make sure we can run events. We've had one event started this season. We're already heading into February with not a lot on the picture. So to get 4 events, like bang, done, and we got to sacrifice a little bit of the quote unquote wave quality by not being at Snapper Rocks, or but like every event is you just don't know what you're going to get. You're dealing with the ocean. So again, doing the best of the best to get New South Wales involved, because we can land a plane there and they're going to be able to quarantine there and actually have 2 events. Starkey, who had to get this done on a very dicey time frame, and Andrew Stark being the guy who's running from Australasia region to get all this together. I mean, I can't even imagine what that guy's workload has been like for the last month. I don't envy that. I mean, I know my little tenure as a commissioner on the Big Wave Tour was tough enough, let alone doing the whole thing.
Oh, we're actually, Peter, you and I are going to be spectators, and we're giant fans of surfing, so we'll be watching all the action because of the travel restrictions and everything that's going on. We're not going to be there, but I applaud the fact that we have the tour going. I am really stoked on that fact. So next, then we move on to where I'll be watching, bro. Next, we're going to move to Western Australia, Margaret River. We all already know the story there. Fickled wave, but with a chance of North Point, where you actually made commentator history, and the box.
Okay, so
can you do this?
That we're gonna be able
can
to
I
go
just call upon the squeal? Can I call upon the squeal? Like, can you do that, or do you need the motivation to actually do that Peter Mel commentary squeal?
It is a pure moment that happens only in those exciting times.
So we can't just, you're not like a character actor.
I can't just call upon it. No. I mean, it would be an impersonation of it, and it wouldn't have the same effect. So I'd rather not.
Okay. And so that's Margaret River. We already have a track record with there. And so we know what's going to go down over there, but it's an exciting.
So we can go to
venue.
Caramel, though. That's the whole thing. Remember, let me ask you this though. Are you saying that we're going to go to maybe have North Pate on that schedule? Because it was kind of tough to make that move there to what's the name of the town again? It's Karma, but Gracetown.
Gracetown, of course.
So,
where the Macaulays
right, so Margaret
are from.
River, Gracetown, they're kind of little different zones, and I don't know if we'll actually be able to, because it's a whole different process of permits and stuff to go to North Point. And I hope to gosh that they do go there. So Starkey, if you're listening, make sure you get North Point on there just in case it swells up for it. Yeah, and the box will always be there because we can go across there, right? That'll be cool.
The box will be exciting. I want to see. I want to see the
that
women
whole
at the
region.
box.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool.
Let's do it. That would be really cool. I think the ladies are up for it. I think that we can make some history over there if all of the swells and weather conditions cooperate. I think we can make some history there. Okay,
event
so
number
let's
4,
move on
Kaipo.
to
What's event number 4?
Number 4 is the Rip Curl Rottnest Search. So they are searching because they're going to go to an island off the coast of Western Australia. I think the break there is called Strickos. I'm not sure. I mean, I didn't know a lot about this place.
Of the quokka.
What is it? The home? I know, the world's happiest animal. The world's happiest animal.
Right. I hope they all. I don't want to see a selfie portrait of everybody in the quokka. But it is the home of the quokka, and I actually had to sit there. The first thing I did was like, okay, what are the surf spots on Rottnest Island? Because I don't know of any. But yeah, you just mentioned it, and supposedly it's a pretty good little wave, right? According to some of the folks who have been there.
Yeah, well, I mean, I just read a little bit of reporting from our good friend Binzi, and he's a Western Australia local, and he says it's a short right, a long rippable left. So another good news for the goofy
another
footers.
Nairbean.
But that short right has a wind blowing into it that could be a perfect air wind on the short right. So we got some visions here of Rottnest Island. I'm excited about a new spot to enjoy in competition.
There you go. I agree. I mean, all of these spots are actually really intriguing to me because we haven't seen them, and they're going to be. Let's think about this. Let's look at the big picture here. These waves are not going to have that same consistency of being a perfect wave every time, but they get good. But there are going to be waves that anybody could probably see who lives nearby an ocean is going to understand these types of waves. It's not going to be these really hard breaking barreling waves. It's going to be some beach break, and you're going to have to sometimes generate speed. So yeah, you're right. As far as like the guys who are going to excel and girls who are going to excel might be different than your normal guys at the top of the rankings. You still think though, if you think Italo would probably be pretty good over there, Gabriel would be pretty good over there. You know, and John can surf pretty amazing in beach break stuff, but I think his motivation will be low. It's not, if it's not, you know, I mean, think about what he's been surfing for the last 2 weeks, you know?
Yeah.
The motivation to go, whereas Gabriel's probably sitting in, you know, at his home beach and surfing little beach breaks. So he's going to be in perfect tune for all this leg in Australia. There's Mitch Dawson, man.
And yeah, Mitch, a former CTer and a great surfer in his own right, great surf coach.
Look at this. This is Strickland Bay right there, bro. Look at it.
Well, you know what's going to happen is I think it's going to like not give the veterans an advantage in this when you have new spots on the tour. So we'll see if the rookies take advantage of the fact that it's new to everyone and it's a more even playing field. So
you're going to see Griffin Colapinto sitting in the top 3 at the end of the Australian leg?
I think Griffin will be in the top 3 at the end of the Australian leg, and I also heavily favor Jack Robinson. You never know, because it all depends on surfers' health as they go through the events and what happens. You know, bar any injuries, I think Robo is going to be up there, and then of course the Morgan Sibling.
Thank you.
Morgan Sibling.
Where's Morgan? Where is he? Where is he at the end of this Aussie leg? What number?
You know what? I'm gonna give him good vibes, and I'm gonna say he's in the top 10. Because you know why, Morgan?
Really?
I'm telling you right now. Looking into
you better
this,
hope that Jack does well too. Then.
No, so like Morgan, I want you to look into my eyes if you ever watch Any Kind Live, which I hope you do. And I'm gonna say, Morgan, you can do this, okay, Morgan? This is your town. This is your home. You can do this, and you are as good as any of those guys. And you,
he's got 2 rip curl events.
Win some events. He's got 3 rip curl events, and Morgan,
is it 3?
I believe in you. I believe in you.
There's 3 rip curl events.
Yeah.
The rip curl search, Rottnest.
Yeah. And the Narrabeen event's a rip curl event, and the Newcastle event's a rip curl event. And also, I believe in you.
Where's the rip curl triple crown?
Matthew McGillivray, I believe in you too. I believe in you, Matthew. You can do it, bro. Okay? So, there you go. There's my motivational speech for what it's worth.
From the bottom of our hearts, thank you for listening to another Any Kind Live. Remember, smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. We'll be back with more Any Kind Live. Stay safe and aloha.